Oops. Okay. Dear subscriber, friends, and new friends, welcome back to my channel. In a moment, we'll enter the world of virtual reality and draw something. So here we're inside Microsoft Market. Let's create a new project. You see that? I don't know why it's not smooth. It is very smooth in my visor. Alright, so on my left hand is a palette, toolbar, and some assets. So we can place a cube and bring up a sphere, a cone. I see a lot of cone in the news yesterday when protesters used the cone to block the road and the orange trees. Orange trees, cool. What else? So here in the assets toolbox, we have something called Google Poly. So you can search, or I can search for 3D shapes from Google Poly. So what is this? This is a spacecraft 1:1 scale. I think it's downloading. Missing content. About the piano. It's missing content again. Is it probably the internet? Let's search. Maybe. The internet is not behaving. Right. To explore other 3D shapes here. So we had a cube, we have a sphere. We also have another cube and sphere, which, if you look closely, the surface is opposite. Funny. So it's visible from, only the back side is visible. The front side is not visible. And same for this sphere here. What other shapes do we have? A cat. Oh, hemisphere. Okay, hemisphere. Teardrop. And a cat. Yeah, we have a cat. Okay. Now I see how to group things. So once I select several objects, I can select group the next time, and I select any part of it. If you select the entire group, and manipulate. Okay. I can recolor the whole thing. Let's say return them green, recolor, and it becomes green. We can also type, let's say here, the most famous phrase in the programming world is "Hello world." Where's the exclamation mark? Here. Right. Hello world. I'm fine, thank you. Now that's for how are you? Hello world. And let's change this color to brown. We have different ways of selecting color. You can also use this eyedropper to pick a color from something else. Just like a dropper. Let's pick this blue color and then use the paint bucket. Boom, it becomes blue. And did I say I want to turn it brown? Brown. So even when we group these three objects together, when I use the paint bucket, it only paint individual objects, not the entire group. We have 24 slots for cloning. Not sure if let's say we put this teardrop into clipboard set. I can put things into this set. Group it. I did a portrait about this group. Yes. So now I have a collection of items. I can clone it or copy and paste to somewhere else later. I can add a teardrop. Teardrop should look like, should be colored like a clear drop. Doesn't look like it supports transparency, so they are always opaque. So we have select tool, clone tool, brush, eraser, paint bucket, eyedropper, text. Camera. So into the picture. Mhm. Okay, so this is the picture taken just now. You can even take 360 picture or head camera. So basically head camera is to capture whatever I see. Like from the back here, pull the trigger. I guess it's loading. Oh yes, it's rendered. Yeah, this picture taken from my perspective. And the video. Oh, and it also has camera stabilization. Horizon lock. Horizon lock. Right. We don't have to align with the horizon. Let's do this. We don't have to align with the horizon. We can take picture from it with an angle. Right. Now I become a photographer. What else can we do? We can change the environment, like the color. How do I change the color? Okay, here, color picker. Wow, in the pink color. And then the bottom about orangish, brownish. You see that? You don't see that because it's just the bottom. I change the middle. Top sky color. You see that? You don't see that. Your camera only see the middle. Yeah, you see a little bit of the blue sky. So that's the sky. Orange wishes. Scrum. I'm a bit sick. Let's move it, put this away. Right there. I think it is smart enough to know that when I am in front of the three objects or behind it, at least for this text here. How about other 3D objects, like the teardrop here? So for the teardrop, it doesn't like. This teardrop is actually in front of the text. Let's put another one behind it. Oh, so your camera always have text in front of other stuff. Let me take a picture of what I see from my perspective. It's rendering. Does it work? Still white. Come on. Okay, it's ready. This is what it should look like. And this beta version only support English and Dutch. Okay. Audio feedback. There's some settings. And then you can create multiple scenes. So basically, be creative. Think about what we can do in virtual reality as an alternative to 3D diagrams printed on textbooks or traditional videos. It can be more interactive in virtual reality as a tool to explain sophisticated concepts that can be visualized like this. Like if I draw a ribbon, and put this away. Okay, let me try again if I can put the helicopter. Oh, now I have one here. So this is the cockpit of whatever type of helicopter. Shift and put it here. Right. So you can see a helicopter cockpit. Let's think it a little bit. Right. I am going to use the brush. Oh, I'm already using the brush. So these things here, this whole thing is called the cyclic. And as you can see how I draw it. Oops. As I draw it, you can use it in a circle. You can use it to draw a circle, as it called a cyclic. You can move the helicopter in lateral movements. Let's get the brush back with a red color. So here is the throttle lever. Let's rotate the view. Alright, so here is the throttle lever. How about this view? It's better for you. So you would sit here facing these instruments here. This is the cyclic, that is throttle. So what about this stick here? Let's use green and the brush. So this thing here is the collective lever with, hold a second, usually we have throttle at the tip of the collective lever, but obviously this one is different. So you pull the collective to raise the heli, lower to lower the heli, usually. Of course, there's some assumptions. So let's forget about the throttle a bit. Just the throttle. So we have lateral control, we have vertical control, but actually we don't have full lateral control. We need one more thing. It was cyclic. We control pitch and roll. How about yaw? So about a blue color. Notice these two plates here. The two plates on the floor. They are the anti-torque pedals. They would control the tail rotor if the heli has one. Otherwise, they are heli with other technology that acts as the tail rotor for the purpose of fueling or anti-torque. Do we have a heli here? We have. So we have a heli here. The pedal control the tail rotor here. And so the cyclic, what is the cyclic control? The cyclic control, the cyclic tilts this rotor disc. So you change the pitch or roll. Yeah, I can actually turn this thing. So you push the stick forward, tip it down, nose down, pull the stick, nose up, and rudder pedal. There's no rudder, it's an anti-torque pedal. You step on the left, let's put this thing away. So, put this slightly away, not too far away. And back to this heli here. When you step on the left pedal, this one, it yaws to, yaws, oh, I am blocking the view. It yaws clockwise or anti-clockwise. The answer is counterclockwise. You step on the left pedal, it yaws the heli counterclockwise. And if you step on the right pedal, it yaws the heli clockwise. Okay, collective. How does the collective work? Actually, I should use a different color. And brush. So the collective is very special. It changes the pitch of the blade. Well, the cyclic also changes the pitch but the green, the collective lever changes the blade angles kind of uniformly. So all the blades generate more lift or less lift, with negative lift in some acrobatic to move the helicopter vertically. So how does the cyclic work? The cyclic changes the pitch of individual blades asynchronously or synchronously with an offset. However you describe that, each blade has a different pitch angle depending on how much it is or where it is at in terms of the angle. The ultimate effect is that when you push forward, it pitches down. When you pull back, it pitches up. So guess what happens when you push the stick forward in the blade angle or the roller disc? Do you think when you push forward, the rotor disc would tilt like this? Not exactly. Not exactly, due to the gyroscopic precession. If you exert a force like this, that should happen like this. The rotor disc would look like this, but the force exerted on the rotor disc, let me use another color. What is the color opposite to this? Oh, that's green. So we use green. So to pull the nose down, you exert a force, downward force here, or upward force here. Okay. There are many things in the background. Should erase those first. Eraser. And let's rotate these things here. Right. If you want the nose down, it's cyclic. Exert a force according to the green arrows like this, and the result in the rotor disc tilting forward to bring the nose down. And then the opposite will also be true. If you exert a force as shown in the green arrows. Oh, it's not very obvious. Yes. You see that now? If the cyclic is sort of force like this, no, I mean this. Right. As the blade rotate in this direction, counterclockwise as viewed from above, Then the gyroscopic position will turn the system like this and pitches up, nose up. So similarly, for other direction, lateral control. We have cyclic, collective, water blades a bit complicated. It works similarly. It's just like the collective, but in the tail rotor. As the main rotor blade turns, if you have heard of Newton's third law of motion, there's an equal and opposite force that want to turn the heady in the opposite direction. So as the blade turn counterclockwise, the heady turn clockwise, and you don't want that to happen, so you have the tail rotor to counter that torque. That's why the name anti-torque. So what about anti-torque? It has a movement arm from center of gravity, so it will also cause tail rotor drift that pushes the heady towards the camera. We don't want that to happen, so the main rotor is actually tilted a bit. So the port side is lower than the starboard side, or tilted to the left, if you would call it the left side. Slightly tilted to the left. When it is tilted to the left, you want to translate to the left, so as to counteract the tail rotor drift. But as you can see, at different pitch angle, the effect of the tail rotor will be different. So when you change pitch, like pitch down, then you need to reduce the pressure on the right pedal. Let me see. Anyway, just react to the changes. And you put a collective, more torque, more demand on anti-torque. So on a conventional heady, as you put the collective up, you also need more left anti-torque. So otherwise, when you put a collective, it starts going to the right. So as soon as you put a collective, tap on the left, but it will drift to the right. So you also need to tilt the cyclic side to the left. And then the right side will rise first, and it can steadily hover. So that explains why conventional helicopter has its left leg lower than the right when hovering. How long have we streamed? 35 minutes. Anybody watching? Nobody watching. I'm just experimenting with Microsoft Market. So if nobody's watching, it isn't worth doing a live. You can make a recorded video later. Right. Let's call it a day. Save. Yeah. Let's save this thing. And how do we quit? Alright. Oh, so you see, we have other stuff in Microsoft Market. I haven't explored this flow yet. Let's see what we can do. Tutorial. Global coffee shop. Time tunnel. Which one looks more fun? Moonwalk. How about moonwalk? It's loading. I'm sure it's still loading. Although it looks like it's hanging, it hangs. It should be loading. Come on. The moon is huge. May take longer. Doesn't look like it will work. Taking forever. Oh, we are on the moon now. You see that? You don't see that. Yeah, you see that also. Let me rotate the view. Let's bring this console out. Zoom out a bit. Right, you also see that. So here, day 3, mission 4. Waypoint SSH over lander. New astronaut A, astronaut B, new. Not sure what we can do here. It's just a scene. A mission station somehow. I suppose we don't need to scale it up so much. Probably like this. It's huge enough. So we have a rover. Yeah, on a 1-to-1 scale is not big enough to fit me in. What do we do on the moon? Ah, it's the rover. This is the rover at actual scale. It hangs. Loading, loading, loading. Perhaps the computer is also sick. Yeah, hang. And nobody's watching. And there's a one warning in my screen here. It says Smart Brush is missing information. However, we have one viewer on it. Well, but as Microsoft Market is not responding, as you can see, I'm on the moon trying to return to Earth. Let's just return to Earth and have Beat Saber exercise. It would take some setup. Maybe end this stream first. See you shortly.